You with Toledo's own boxing guru. For this episode of Under the Microscope, we're going to focus in on Toledo's own Albert the Prince Bell, as he's going to be having some breaking news, some major news for his boxing career. He posted on his Facebook page in 2023. I'm definitely excited for Albert the Prince Bell. I told everybody he still will be doing swell. In 2023, another opponent will fail when he stepped in that square ring against Albert Bell. In my opinion, this is definitely Albert Bell coming out fight to the WBO title. Like I said, he only needs one or two more fights before he's the newly crowned WBO champ, in my opinion. I thought Albert Bell was definitely the best junior lightweight, even over Shakur Stevenson. Like I told everybody years ago, that would be my dream matchup, Albert the Prince Bell versus Shakur Stevenson. And in my opinion, once Albert wins the WBO title, it should be one and done. One fight after winning it, maybe one hometown fight maybe, or jump straight up to the WBO rankings. You know, to challenge Shakur Stevenson and the other top 135 pounders for where the money is at. If I was Albert Bell, Team Bell, Andy Bell now, I definitely would do that. Win the title, vacate it if it ain't a major fight in there, and go straight after Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney or whoever's the champs at that time. Because that's, like I said, that's the money bag. But in my opinion, I'm going to play the guru. We're going to try to figure out who's Albert Bell's next opponent, his title eliminator opponent. In my opinion, it seems like the road is already mapped out for him. In my opinion, Albert is ranked number, 3 or 4 in the WBO rankings. So the fights is already established for the number 1 and 2 highly ranked individuals. Emmanuel Navarrete versus Layman Wilson. Layman Wilson will fight for the vacant title that Shakur Stevenson vacated. So Wilson is ranked number 3rd. Albert Bell is number 4th. It was supposed to be Navarrete versus Oscar Valdez, but since Oscar Valdez has an injury or faked an injury, so that moves him out of the way for a little while till he heal up or when the time is right. So that leaves one person above Albert the Prince Bell. It's Sharp. His name is Sharp. His last name is Sharp. Sharp will have an opportunity. Him and Albert the Prince Bell can have a title eliminator, but Sharp was ranked number 1, so he should have took that fight against Navarrete, unless he has another fight in mind, because he's definitely ranked number 1, so he should have got that opportunity. I don't know what reason why, if he injured or he's taking another route. Or he might have another title eliminator in a different, or fight for the title in a different weight class. Because I thought he was supposed to fight on PBC card, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot what card. I don't know if was it him and Layman Smith or someone like that. But now, since he didn't take the rankings, so he has an opportunity to fight Albert the Prince Bell for the title eliminator. There'll be the mandatory of the winner, or Oscar Valdez. Sharp might end up fighting Oscar Valdez because that's a more lucrative bout. Maybe that's why he didn't take the Navarrete title fight right now. But in my opinion, Albert Bell, if it's not Sharp that he's going to fight, I don't think Oscar Valdez will fight Albert the Prince Bell. Albert will school him. Albert has too much boxing IQ for him to take that risk. Plus, ESPN, in my opinion, would want to put him in there with the Prince Bell. I think that's why that was some of the reasons to get rid of Albert, so he wouldn't have to fight either Oscar Valdez, that's the easy victory for Albert Bell, or Shakur Stevenson. You know, because they have money behind both of those two fighters. In my opinion, Albert would beat both of them because of his height and range and his boxing IQ. So that was pivotal in the contract negotiation with Albert, the Prince Bell, and ESPN Top Ranked Boxing. That's just my opinion. But I believe Albert the Prince Bell is going to fight Sharp or Lamont Roach. Lamont Roach is highly ranked in two of the three organizations. I think with the WBC or the WBA, he's highly ranked. And in the WBO, he's ranked number 5th, right up under Albert Bell. So that could be a pivotal fight, in my opinion. Lamont Roach versus Albert the Prince Bell. I seen him when I was in New York at the Deontay Wilder fight. He was there. So was Albert the Prince Bell. So that could be, that could have been, from the boxing god, this fruition might come to true for them to fight for a title eliminator. So, in my opinion, those are the two likely candidates that I believe Albert the Prince Bell will square off and fight. It's either Sharp, I can't think his name, I know it begins with an A, not Angelo Sharp, something like that. Sharp or Lamont Roach is definitely the opponents that I believe Albert Bell will fight for his title eliminator. And both of them is easy victories for the Prince Bell. So 419, we don't have nothing to worry about. This is the will, in my opinion, of Allah. I said this a long time ago. Albert Bell will be a world champ, and another one will bite the dust. As soon as it be mentioned who is he going to fight. Hopefully it'll go down under Big Baby's Jared Anderson card. That would be electrifying because Brad, the matchmaker at ESPN Top Ranked Boxing, told me this last year when I was asking him about, the different style matchups, and then I asked him about Albert Bell, and then he had mentioned that they was planning a hometown fight for Toledo's own Big Baby, and he said he definitely would put Albert under there for a major bout. So hopefully those words from Brad and the matchmaking over at Top Rank still come to fruition. I believe it will because it definitely will be electrifying. That would definitely make the Huntington Center sell out and bring down Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio. So it would be basically like a Toledo-Cleveland big matchup at the Huntington Center. So it definitely will pack the house 10,000, 9,000, 8,000 strong. But in my opinion, Albert Bell will fight Sharp or Lamont Roach in the title eliminator bout. These are the words for the one and only boxing guru. Toledo's own Albert the Prince Bell is still doing swell.